Out of Bounds is brought to you in part by Diamond Cutters of Western New York. Buy where the pros buy. Buy direct from the Diamond Cutter. Excuria Salon and Spa, the finest in traditional and modern techniques. Savor the experience. Ace's Limousine is the official limousine provider for Out of Bounds, now booking town cars and limos in every major city. Shoot and score with Regal Cinemas. Enjoy the finest movie-going experience in our many locations. Bova Family Chiropractic, located at 1953 Ridge Road in West Seneca. Bova Family Chiropractic. Feel the healing hands. And by Stumps Gymnastics Center, 2187 Worley Drive in Williamsville. Family owned since 1972.
Welcome back. We are at Ritter's Sports Bar and Grill. Ritter's is located at 300 Oliver Street in the city of North Tonawanda. We now have joining us Mr. Nick Harris. Nick, thanks for coming out, man. Appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Hey, man, tell us what it's like to be living your dream of playing in the NFL.
That's exactly what it is. It's living a dream. You know, coming from my childhood background, not necessarily supposed to be where I am right now. Just grateful, you know, every day.
Hey, speaking of your childhood background, can you enlighten us, your mind, sharing with us exactly what that was like?
It was extremely tough. You know, I was a product of a broken home, the oldest of 9, the youngest is 2. And it was tough, you know, coming home and having to be dad on a daily basis. You know, working 4 jobs, playing 4 different sports, and you know, getting the opportunity to go to college and play ball, and now, you know, just being grateful where I am right now.
And I remember slightly, you know, because I was actually a Nick Harris fan. You know, I do a draft show, and I was hoping that they would pick you up a little earlier. But I remember them talking about, you know, your childhood and what it was like. You know, having 9 siblings, and you really having to be the man in that home. How has that helped you, you know, with the maturity aspect of being a professional athlete?
You had to learn quick. You had to learn extremely quick, whatever, and you had to be a professional at an early age or whatever. You know, so coming in right now, it's still the level of professionalism, but just to a greater magnitude.
The Dolphins. We're gonna come back with a win?
Most definitely.
Yeah. The Saints, like, you watch the game. I know it didn't end up the way we wanted it to, but the Bills stayed in that game. How did you feel about that game?
I felt that it was a game pretty much played on emotion, and it was a game that pretty much went back down to the teams. You know, looking forward to this game. It's a new opponent, and it's a new week. We got to put New Orleans behind us and strive forward to the division opponent as well.
I feel really bad for the Dolphins because I think it's going to be our redemption game.
Now with the injuries that we've had this week, that may catapult you into a position that you look forward to. You know, the Bills got you playing linebacker, they got you playing safety, but with those injuries, you may get some time at maybe even both of those spots. What are you thinking, and how do you feel about going into this week?
Ultimately, I just want to be the guy that when something does happen, or whatever, and coach needs to look to the sideline, put someone in. Hopefully, that I'll be that guy. You know, just make sure that I'm prepared for the opportunity.
Talk about being prepared. You got to learn both 2 positions. Are you ready for that? Are you capable of handling, knowing your assignments for both linebacker and safety?
Well, it's not different. I pretty much did it in college, learning linebacker and safety. So pretty much right now it's just now, like I said, to a greater magnitude.
Well, Jairus and Nick, thanks so much for being in Out of Bounds today. It was great to get to know you guys, and good luck on Sunday.
No problem.
We'll be watching, right, Bills fans? Become a fan of Ghostline Entertainment on Facebook to receive information about upcoming guests, shoot times, and air dates, or visit them at ghostlineentertainment.com. Thanks for watching.
Just some of the guys on the team, they want me to step up and be more vocal, and say things as a leader, and I feel like sometimes I try to do that, you know, and I try to say things, you know, in a subtle way, and without being harsh about it. But then, again, you know, other outlets are taking those quotes and making headlines of it and making it more of an issue than it is. So, you know, that's why, you know, the first couple of games I just, you know, tended not to say anything after the games. I've always been vocal, and I've always spoken honestly. And I think over the years that has gotten me in trouble, and, you know, it's created some sort of division, you know, in the locker room with guys on the team, and you know, and I just, you know, I try to do the right thing now. So even when I try to do the right thing, it's not the right thing. So you know, I'm in a situation where I'm in a no-win situation. So, you know, I just try to I don't know, I just try to do the best I can do. you know, without offending someone.
For defensive end Ryan Denny here. Ryan caught another touchdown pass this year. Special teams going off to a good start. What's it like to catch another touchdown pass?
I mean, every time it's just exciting. You know, we work on it in the off season during training camp, and then when Coach April called it, you know, it's just a moment of excitement, and just want to go out there and run it like we've practiced it and get in the end zone.
Real quick, speaking of calling it, you don't touch the ball often. So when you hear it in your head, how do you contain your excitement? Does your heart go, or you're like,
The heart starts to go a little bit. Just on the sidelines, he called it before we went out there, and you think you want to make sure you're ready and kind of go through it in your mind what you're going to do. And so after that, when you're in the play, it just kind of happens by itself, and luckily I was able to hold on to the ball. Defensively,
things are adding up. Leotis, Dante, the secondary is pretty banged up. How important is the pass rush this Sunday to compensate some of the losses?
It's going to be big. You know, obviously they have a new quarterback back there, so of course we want to apply pressure to the young guy and help out the secondary as much as we can.
Damaris Johnson, Janet Snyder, Nick Harris from the Buffalo Bills. You know, Nick, everybody who plays on the Buffalo Bills, and I think everybody in the NFL has a story. Yours is a unique one. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you grew up.
Ultimately, I grew up in a rural area, Alexandria, Louisiana, product of a broken home. Mother nor father was actually, in my life. Grandmother pretty much raised me from infancy up until the age of 8. From 8 until probably about 15, I was bounced from home to home. At the age of 15, I went through the process of emancipating both of my parents.
At 15?
At the age of 15.
That's a big decision to make for a 15-year-old.
Yeah, I declared myself independent under Louisiana statute.
Wow.
And moved in with my stepmom, who was never actually married to my father, who actually had my sister. And I felt as though I didn't want her to support me, per se. So I went in the process of, during high school, I worked in 4 jobs. I played 4 different sports, and I maintained a 3.8 grade point average in honors curriculum.
Wow. I was trying to figure out the 4 sports that you played. I'm guessing, obviously, football.
Football, basketball, baseball, and track.
And track, too. Nice. What'd you run in track?
200, and I threw javelin.
And you threw javelin. Wow, that's cool.
And Janet, I think Nick's story is especially special because we have a lot of kids in the inner city who grew up just like Nick. And he's an excellent example of hard work, dedication, commitment, and what it takes to bring yourself out of a situation like that. Talk a little bit about, some of the struggles you had of not having a father around and declaring yourself independent from your parents. What was that like?
It's hard, and I'm not, by no means was it easy at all, but by no means I use it as a crutch either. At the end of the day, my mission statement, my platform is that, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. It just depends on how far you can see, So just, continue to strive, continue to persevere, and remain determined.
Now, you said your mom is coming into town in just minutes, right?
Yes.
She's flying in?
About 30 minutes.
So how do you prepare for your mom coming to town? Because I would imagine no matter who you are, what you do, when your mom comes to town, you got to get ready for it.
You just try to make it as easy as you possibly can. Pretty much it's a vacation for her. She's bringing my daughter. So I just want to spend some quality time with my family.
Awesome. It was great to get to know you, and you're a real inspiration.
No problem. Thank you.
It's cool to have you here.
Yes, it is nice.
All right, you can become a fan of Ghostline Entertainment. Just go to Facebook, and you can visit them at ghostlineentertainment.com. Also, you can check out the air dates, the shoots, the guest shots, and so much more. Thanks for watching Out of Bounds. Nick Harris once again from the Buffalo Bills.